Good morning, everyone. This is the Hall of Famer, Director Marlon Green, urging you to stay positive because the mainstream media is mostly negative. You have something alternative to watch now. Positive television. Okay, wrapping up this week's summary, the good things that we have gotten done. The good things that we have gotten done, and the shots called were the fraternity brothers helped Colin Kaepernick. So that has happened. When you help people, good things happen. As a result of our support, Colin Kaepernick is now signed to a 2-year contract, which did not come easy. Reminding you that the NFL, since Condoleezza Rice was involved in the NFL, there have been too many scandals in the NFL. Public relations have been too political the last couple of years. The NFL was too political on the Ezekiel Elliott incident and too insensitive on the Michael Irvin incident. Mystical was cleared of rape charges accused by someone which turned out to be false. And so you could never be too careful of considering the people that you hang around. Also, what's positive in the news, leader Kim Jong-un has claimed that they have cured medically AIDS and cancer patients. If this is true, this will buy him a lot of respect in the global community. And this is one more reason why America is picking a fight with North Korea. So if North Korea is the only ones actually curing cancer and curing AIDS, that's a plus. It's going to be much harder to get any more sanctions on the United States. And the United States, who follows the demonic agenda of the Lucifarians, we're going to have to make, well, you all are going to have to make a choice. You can't serve two masters. Either you serve the Zionists and Lucifer, or you serve God and his disciples. You can't have two. And you're being tested on a personal level, Mr. President. Everyone's challenges is different, and you seem to have a problem with not hiring those who are not millionaires and billionaires. And at the same time, you help the Israelis, and they're the main ones who's trying to unseat you. And so you need to take your head out your ass, call a spade, and deal with the Israelis and the Muslims in a fair and balanced manner. Because as long as you're doing dishonorable things, it's going to be hard to get things done, forcing moves on the global community chessboard. And the more we know, the more responsible you should be, because people are sick and tired of these cretins pretending to be great leaders and they're great disappointments. And so you know who you are. You know what I'm saying? If you're negative, that's a personal choice. And let's get this shit together, because African American women has had it good despite slavery compared to the men. And we're about to turn this shit around. So white folks, don't get in the middle of our domestic scuffles, because you're going to get drugged through the mud too. And if you black bitches haven't learned yet to stick with your men first, you will. We got Facebook on the run. We're winning. We are winning against the NFL, but we're still not done yet. We need to organize boycotts. We need to prioritize businesses and implement merit lists in the African American community, because this is a weakness. As long as our leaders do shit out the ass, jump from personnel to subject, you can't do that, because I'm the type of person who claims my intellectual property. And just this month, we saw two other ideas that was borrowed out that's in Hollywood right now. One, the Luke Cage guerrilla martial arts, when I suggested that guerrilla martial arts are efficient and crude, And so it'll entail something like throwing somebody up against the wall, knocking them out, rather than a long drawn out fight. And so you have to be very efficient, very balanced, and very diligent these days. Any one of those could render you a dysfunctional leader. And so you all have to tighten up on your leadership skills because the world is watching. You're not going to be able to get away with these crazy propaganda campaigns against African Americans. And I would encourage Asians, quit being so sensitive and insecure, because that can work against you. And also, I'm reminding you that hip hop is a world culture that includes everyone. Those of you who does not follow the hip hop culture protocol will be removed one way or another, financially, socially, because we can't have screw ups dictating to us how to do things, and we're better leaders than them. So if you don't like hip hop, you're like the dinosaurs, you're dying out. And if you don't like hip hop, then something is wrong with you and you're going to find behind, because hip hop is the cultural communication language right now. And those of you who don't respect us should not make money in hip hop culture at all. And we're going to start taking our advantages back from you all one by one, because I'm a community activist, Army Airborne Honorable Discharge, yet and still it's easier for a prostitute to make $4,000 a week in America, and a Hall of Famer can't make that type of money. So that just goes to show you how perverted America is, and we need to start going after these pedophiles and giving them the death penalty. Okay? That's what we need to do. And so, Mr. Trump and the rest of America, you need to pick a side. Either you're going to roll with the Lucifarians or you're going to roll with God's and his disciples. You can't serve two masters, okay? And we got a lot of other things done. What else is in the news? That Colin Kaepernick is being hired. And one other important thing that I had to say that I just forgot. And also, the U.S. military has borrowed my assault rifle concept, at least one of them, by making a military mini rifle that can take different size casings, and you can change barrels and change calibers, because the 5.56 millimeter is the best round in close range. And so we needed to make some adjustments on that issue. And closing it out on a positive issue, we are doing well. The NFL. This is what I had to say. The RNC, or the Republicans, or the GOP, has officially denounced racism, skinheads, white supremacists, and KKK. Well, the white supremacists are not really Lucifarians. They just arrogant. But the KKK and the skinheads, the KKK are the Lucifarians, and the skinheads, they just racist. They just follow whoever has the advantage at the time. So pay attention to your environment, because things do change. And I don't want to hear anything else about the UK and American mainstream media, because it's a distraction. And as far as I'm concerned, Queen Elizabeth is a dictator. And I don't get along with dictators, even if my leaders get along with them. But I tell you what, by Kim Jong-un curing AIDS, curing cancer, you're going to have a lot of popular advantages going his way, because the rest of the world, with their Rothschilds healthcare scams, we need to get rid of that. And also, the UN has given us an advantage. They are allowing us to come up with our own depopulation plans, which I have already started. And we're going to start suggesting that African men get vasectomies at younger ages, because having all of these kids and can't take care of them, you're just adding to the problem, not fixing or taking away from them. Okay, there's a difference. And so the GOP has officially denounced racism, skinheads, KKK, white supremacists, so you all can get your heads out your ass and start respecting African Americans more. And the prominent African Americans like Cornel West, Al Sharpton, Jesse Jackson, T.D. Jakes, Senator Lewis, y'all got to start speaking up on Jewish issues, because you all have allowed Jews to overtake many of our institutions while they bribe you to do nothing. We want you out of there. And if you think you're going to have, you should be going now. You should be on your way out, or you should be gone, because we need to sign those term limits. And if you think that you're doing a good job, you're not. You're doing a horrible job, and you're not getting any gains. I'm glad Mr. Putin has the Illuminati on the run, because there are others in the global community who does not like the Illuminati, and they have been taking a pounding. So don't hire no Illuminati. Don't allow them into your home. Let them bask in their own dysfunctions as we rebuild our economies. And Dick Cheney is still banned from the entire continent of Africa. And those of you in America, you old school leaders, need to get your head out your ass, because you're the one that dwells off of negativity, and all you can do is trick outside the house and run after these hoes, even though you have wives. Niggas, y'all shouldn't have all of these bitches if you married, and you shouldn't be tricking outside the house unless you clear it through the spouse. And you bitches, quit using me to make your boyfriend, husbands jealous. You might as well fuck me, because I'm not getting anything and they're not in the Hall of Fame. And you're a hoe if you don't find me interesting and I'm in the Hall of Fame and you're not. That just goes to show you you're in it for the money. And don't worry about hurting these bitches' feelings for the money, because they'll take the abuse for the cash. So you never know where they're coming in from. Tighten that shit up. And this is Director Marlon Green urging you to stay positive in a world that's so negative. Women use their influence and men use their influence to gain power. Men use strength and intimidation, fear. Women use deceptive tactics, seduction techniques, and misconceptions, silences when it's convenient for them. American bitches really ain't shit. They all about the dollar. And I need people that are not afraid to work and are not afraid to invest in themselves and our company. And I don't plan on working for anyone the rest of my life. It's just not worth it. And we're going to dump these American bitches who don't appreciate real, strong African American men and let their masters take care of them. Oh, and by the way, your masters' statues are being taken down because African American and other women loves to entertain the notion of slaves falling in love with their masters. That shit is over, and that's why those statues had to be taken down as soon as possible. We did it right, we got the votes, and that's all that counts.